Okay, immediately what's coming to mind right now is the question, is he my soulmate? So this is specifically for divine feminine, from divine masculine, or about divine masculine. And we're going to dive into and connect with divine spirit, Goddess Aphrodite, Mary Magdalene, to find out, is your person, is the person you are currently seeing your soulmate? Okay, there's a lot of mess being made with the cards right now, which it usually isn't like that. Which might explain why you're even seeking clarity and validation for this current love connection. It hasn't been easy from the start, is what I'm being told. And that's honestly kind of how you're going to know it is a soulmate connection, because soulmate connection is all about learning. It's all about growing together, and it's all about releasing the ego. And I feel like what I'm being told is that you are at the point where you are ready to learn more, and you are ready to move beyond fear with this person. I'm also picking up that same energy being reciprocated. This person is ready to move beyond fear with you. And not just that, but I feel like this masculine is coming in to be so supportive of you right now. It's like whatever you are dreaming, whatever you are thinking up, whatever you are choosing to believe, this person is right at your side. Like, yes, we've got this together. I'm with you. Like, I'm hearing this person saying, I'm with you. Like, how can I help you? How can I be a part of this? Like, I want to be in this with you, is the energy coming from your person right now. And maybe this isn't something that you're quite used to. Maybe this is something that you weren't exactly expecting. It feels like you're moving into a calmer, more consistent and stable energy with this person. And with the Wheel of Fortune, this to me is that, whoa, okay. I just noticed the other side of the table with the cards. Anyway, this to me is that energy of forward momentum in this connection and moving into really good energy together. Like, to me, this is dreams coming true. This is plans being put into action, or action being taken towards plans, and goals being met, and goals being reached, and success being had. And whatever it is you put your minds, your bodies, your energy together in, you are going to get new growth. You are going to have new ideas. You are going to have new forms of abundance flowing to you within this love connection. And here's what's on the other side of this that had me like, whoa. We have the Three of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Something about your love story is so unlikely. Like people wouldn't have imagined, people from the outside looking in. There have been so many judgments placed on this love connection. There have been people who have wanted you to go your separate way and follow your own path. There have been so many distractions sent at your masculine. It's actually crazy that this person has been able to even come forward to you in the way that they have. And then we also have the Two of Swords. So a lot of past energy from your actually past relationships, as well as your person's. This one feels like a shared energy. There's just been a lot that has been like the possibility of standing in the way of this connection, which is probably why I felt such messy and chaotic energy to begin with. It's like that, and I just keep getting the message of the probability of you coming together with this person is so small. It's like that 1%, which aligns with what you are actually meant to be in this lifetime, which is that 1%. You know, you've been up leveling in your life. You've been up leveling in your career, in your energy, which is translating to everything around you. But this particular love connection is so rare. That's what I think the message of 1% is. It's so rare, and it was so unlikely based on basically what everyone else around you could see. But because the two of you came together in this energy and decided to separate yourselves together from all of the distractions, all of the past energies, all of the desires of other people around you who have not only just been jealous, but also just unconsciously judgmental of what the two of you have. And so there's been so much that the two of you have had to work through, and maybe you're even continuing to work through with this person. But this is just the lightest and brightest and most beautiful energy that I've felt coming out on the other side of this. Like, I don't know if you, just from the images, can feel kind of how heavy this feels in comparison to how light this is, and how sure this is, how connected this is. This to me is just that confirmation of a breakthrough in love with your person. Like I said, that forward movement, it's taking things to the next level. It's committing to yourselves individually, which is ultimately going to allow you to even commit to each other and journeying forward together to find out what it is that you can truly create together in love with this person, which I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised by, because it's a lot. It's a lot of love. It's a lot of stories. It's a lot of memories. It's a lot of beautiful life experiences, a lot of travel, and just a lot of consistent, it's like energetic flow is what I'm being told. So to me, it's that divine energy, that union, divine spirit flowing between the two of you and keeping you connected at a really deep soul level. So to answer the question, yes, this is definitely a soulmate connection here. As always, if you do feel called to dive in further, I offer personal card pulls for love via texting. I have channeled messages via email, video recording, all of that you can find in my bio on my website, and I'm here whenever you feel ready. Dear soul, before you leave, pause for just a moment. Don't scroll away. Don't rush past this message. If these words stirred something inside you, if they brought comfort to a place you've been carrying inside the silence, then receive this message with your whole heart. Right now, speak these words out loud. I am chosen by God. I am not forgotten. I am deeply loved. What is meant for me will not pass me by. My story is not over. My breakthrough is coming. Say it again. And this time, don't just say the words. Feel them. Let them reach the parts of you that have been hurting. Let them comfort the part of you that has been wondering if anyone sees your tears, hears your prayers, or understands your struggle. Heaven sees. Heaven knows. And heaven has not forgotten your name. There have been days when you felt overlooked. Moments when you questioned your worth. Nights when you prayed and wondered if your prayers were reaching beyond the ceiling. But God has been listening all along. Every tear, every silent cry, every act of faith has been seen. Carry this truth with you today and in the days ahead. You are loved more than you realize, protected more than you know, and closer to your blessing than you think. And if this message touched your heart, please share it with someone else. Somewhere, someone is fighting a battle they haven't told anyone about. Someone is losing hope. Someone is wondering if they should keep believing. Your share could be the very sign they have been praying for. The reminder that they are seen, valued, and deeply loved by God. And if you feel led to support this mission of spreading hope, faith, and encouragement to souls around the world, you can do so through a super thanks. Whether it is $5, $10, $20, or any amount God places on your heart, your support helps these messages continue reaching those who need them most. May God bless every giver abundantly. May He multiply your generosity, open doors no one can shut, and answer the prayers you have whispered only to Him. May your kindness return to you in ways greater than you can imagine. Together, we are creating more than a channel. We are building a family of faith, a place where broken heart find hope, weary souls find strength, and people are reminded that they are never alone. Remember this, dear soul, writing your story. The chapter you are in today is not the ending. Your miracle, your restoration, and your answered prayer may be closer than you think. There are love stories that make sense to everyone. The ones that follow the expected arc, two people meet at the right time, in the right circumstances, with the right amount of compatibility visible from the beginning. The people around them nod. The pieces fit in a way that is obvious to observers. Nobody has to explain it, or defend it, or hold it together against the pressure of outside opinion. It simply exists, neat and legible in a form that the world already has language for, and then there are the other ones, the ones that do not follow the expected arc, that arrive in unlikely configurations at difficult times through circumstances that nobody would have scripted if they were trying to write something believable. The ones that have to survive the particular force of other people's skepticism, the judgments, the warnings, the well-intentioned and not so well-intentioned voices saying that this doesn't look right, that you should be more careful, that the path you are on together is harder than it needs to be, and maybe that means something. Your love story is one of the other ones. And the fact that it has not been easy, that it has required navigation and patience, and the specific courage of continuing when continuation itself has not always felt like obvious choice, is not evidence that something is wrong. It is in a strange and profound and slightly counterintuitive way, part of how you know something is very, very right. Soulmate connections are not characterized by ease. I want to say that plainly because the cultural story about soulmates tends to emphasize the recognition, the feeling of familiarity, the undeniable pull, the sense of coming home. And those things are real, but what the story often leaves out is what comes after the recognition. The part where two people who carry genuine depth encounter each other's genuine depth and find that the real intimacy is not a destination, but a continuous, sometimes difficult, deeply rewarding process. The learning, the growing, the repeated and sometimes uncomfortable invitation to release the ego, to choose the connection over the need to be right, to choose vulnerability over self-protection, to choose trust over the compelling logic of fear. This has been asking all of that of you. From the very beginning, this connection has been asking more than the surface level, and you have been rising to meet it. Not perfectly. That is not what is being asked, but honestly. with the particular willingness of someone who understands, even when it is hard to articulate, that what is being built here is worth the effort of building it properly. And here's the thing that changes the weight of everything that has been difficult. Both of you have arrived at a point of readiness simultaneously, in parallel, that neither of you has fully acknowledged yet. The fear that has been running in the background of this connection, shaping decisions and creating distance in ways that were sometimes visible and sometimes not, been losing its hold. Not all at once, not dramatically, but the way that genuine readiness always arrives, gradually, in the quiet accumulation of small moments of choosing each other anyway, until one day the fear has less authority than the love. You are at that day, or you are very close to it, and they are right there with you. That is the thing that makes this particular moment so significant. Not just that you are ready, but that the readiness is mutual. That across whatever distance or uncertainty still exists between you, the same internal shift is happening for both of you. Both of you prepared in a way that is deeper than excitement or attraction to move beyond what has been keeping you in the shallower waters of what this could be and step into the full depth of it. What this person is bringing right now, what they are positioning themselves to offer as that readiness moves into expression, is something you may not be entirely used to receiving. Genuine support, not the performative kind that shows up loudly when it is convenient and disappears when it costs something. The real kind, the quiet, consistent, I am in this with you kind. The kind that looks at what you are dreaming and building and creating and says, not just that's wonderful, but how can I be part of it? The kind that wants to be in the details of your aspirations, not as a passenger, but as a genuinely invested co-creator. I'm with you. That is the specific energy coming through from this person. Not I'll be here if you need me. The more active, more present, more fully chosen version of I'm with you, which is its own kind of declaration, which is in many ways more meaningful than the more dramatic versions of love that get celebrated and written about, because it is the version that actually sustains things over the long term. There is also the part of the story that deserves to be named with complete honesty, because it is the part that explains the weight of everything that has come before. This connection should not have happened. Statistically, improbably, based on everything that was stacked against it, this should not have worked. The distractions sent at this person, the external interference, the judgments from people around you who could not see what you could feel. The past relationship energy that both of you carried into this, old wounds, old patterns, old stories running quietly in the background and occasionally surfacing in ways that complicated what you were trying to build. The sheer number of time and ways that this connection could have ended, could have been redirected, could have been convinced not to continue, and yet here you are, still here, still here, still in it, still choosing it. That is not nothing. That is one of the most significant things in this entire story. Because the connections that survive the full force of everything trying to interrupt them, that come through interference and past energy and other people's opinions and their own fear, and still remain standing. Those connections are not standing by accident. They are standing because something in both people understands beneath whatever doubt arises and whatever difficulty surfaces that what has been found is worth protecting. Here is the insight that I keep returning to, the one that reframes the entire arc of this love story when you let it fully settle. The probability of you and this person coming together was extraordinarily small, and you are someone who was always meant to live in the extraordinary, in your career, in your energy, in the level at which you engage with life. You have been up-leveling, becoming more, arriving at versions of yourself that operate from a higher frequency than previous versions. That 1% energy, the rare, the unlikely, the defying of what anyone would have predicted, is not an anomaly in your story. It is the signature of your story. Of course, your love story is in the 1%. Of course, it was unlikely. Of course, it survived things that would have ended lesser connections. That is precisely the quality it belongs in. And recognizing that, not with arrogance, but with the quiet confidence of someone who understands what they are and what they attract, changes how you carry this. Changes how you regard the difficulty. Changes what the having survived all of this means. A breakthrough is coming, not a small incremental improvement in the dynamic, a genuine breakthrough. The kind that moves the connection from one phase into another, from the territory of something still being tested into the territory of something that has been chosen with full clarity and full commitment. The path to that breakthrough runs through you. Both, specifically through the individual commitment each of you makes to yourselves, to your own growth, your own healing, your own continued becoming. Because two people who are each fully showing up for themselves have a fundamentally different capacity for showing up for each other. The commitment to self is not separate from the commitment to the relationship. It is the foundation of it. And both of you are arriving at that understanding simultaneously, which creates the conditions for the breakthrough to be genuine rather than premature. On the other side of it, and this deserves to be said slowly, with the care of something that is actually true, is more than you are currently imagining. More love, more life, more experiences, more memories, more of the specific and unrepeatable richness that comes from building a genuine life with a person who genuinely knows you and has genuinely chosen to be there. Travel, laughter, the kind of stories that take a long time to tell because they contain so much that mattered. The consistency of someone beside you as the years move. Not the performed consistency of someone maintaining something, but the effortless consistency of two people who have found their rhythm and inhabit it naturally. You, yes, you, who has been holding this connection together through everything that tried to end it, are not at the beginning of a long and uncertain road. You are at the threshold of the good part, the part that the difficult part was building toward, the part that the unlikely, improbable 1% quality of this whole story was always moving toward, even when it was impossible to see the direction clearly from inside it. The answer to the question you have been carrying, the one underneath all the other questions, the one that has kept you up on the nights when the difficulty felt louder than the love, is yes. This is real. This is significant. This is the kind of connection that exists at the level of soul rather than circumstance. That was arranged by something larger than either of your individual choices, even as it has been sustained by both of your individual choices. And what is on the other side of this breakthrough? What you will discover together as both of you step fully into the readiness you have arrived at will be, I believe, genuinely more than you expected. It will be, in every sense of the word, more than enough. It will be everything, and it was always supposed to be yours.